that seeks to destroy
Members of the European Parliament engaged in a fierce debate about the Hungarian government's ban on the Budapest Pride event. MEPs argued that the move violates freedom of expression and called on the European Commission to act.
La última línea roja que ha cruzado el gobierno de Orbán no es un hecho aislado, ni siquiera una excentricidad nacional, es una vergüenza europea. La prohibición de la Marcha del Orgullo no es solo un ataque cobarde contra parte de su ciudadanía. Es la enésima manifestación de un régimen autoritario que ha convertido el poder en un instrumento de miedo, de censura y de odio.
The event is planned for the 28th of June in the center of Budapest. According to the new law, participants will be monitored by AI cameras and fined. The government said the goal of the ban is to protect children.
Magyarországon mindenki szabadon élhet és gyülekezhet. De számunkra a gyermekek érdeke és testi-lelki fejlődése az első. Ezt pedig mindenkinek tiszteletben kell tartania.
Around 70 MEPs will travel to the Budapest Pride next weekend, but the Commission will not send anyone. Meanwhile, the opposition-led city of Budapest is trying to save the Pride March using a legal loophole.
There is still a legal battle now going on, whether the Pride can take place legally or not. The latest development is that the Budapest mayor has now come forward and said he is organizing the Pride, because then he doesn't need a police authorization.
The Commissioner for Justice, Michael McGrath, said they're ready to use all tools to safeguard European values in this matter.
Another red line crossed. Fierce debate on Hungary's Pride ban at the European Parliament. Centrist and leftist MEPs called on the EU to act against Hungary over the LGBTQ Pride ban, while the far right defended the move of Viktor Orbán's government. Around 70 MEPs will travel to Budapest next weekend to support LGBTQ rights. European lawmakers engaged in a fierce debate on Wednesday, sparked by the Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán's government's recent ban on the Budapest Pride event. MEPs argued that the move infringes upon freedom of expression and called on the European Commission to take action. Iratxe Garcia, the group leader of the Socialists and Democrats at the European Parliament, denounced the move and called for the EU to take a strong reaction. The last red line that the Orbán government has crossed is not just an isolated fact. It's not even just an oddity of a country. It's an outright European shame, Garcia said. The banning of the Pride March is not just a cowardly attack against part of its people. It is yet another manifestation of an authoritarian regime, which has turned its power into the instrument of fear, of censorship, and hate, she added. Other speakers from left-wing and liberal groups called for EU sanctions against Hungary, including the suspension of the country's voting rights through the so-called Article 7 process. In March, the Hungarian parliament approved a bill that in effect bans the Gay Pride March. As the legislation states, this event could violate Hungary's so-called child protection law adopted earlier in the country, prohibiting any portrayal of same-sex relationships for minors. The European Commission views this as a violation of its community law and has referred the case to the European Court of Justice. Conservative and far-right MEPs in the European Parliament defended Orbán's move to ban Pride events, saying the EU should not interfere in Hungary's internal affairs. MEP Kinga Gál, from the ruling Fidesz Party of Hungary, said Brussels should respect Hungary's laws. In Hungary, everyone can live and gather freely. But for us, the interest of the children and their physical and mental development is a priority. And everyone has to respect this, Gál said. The Budapest Pride is planned for the 28th of June in the center of Budapest. According to the new law, participants will also be monitored by camera systems and will be fined. Around 70 MEPs will travel to the Budapest Pride, but the European Commission will not send anyone. Meanwhile, the opposition-led town of Budapest is trying to save the Pride March using a legal loophole. Mayor Jerzy Karaksyny announced that the city steps in as organizer, and in this case, police authorization is not needed. The police disagree with this interpretation. There is still a legal battle going on over whether Pride can take place legally or not. There is still a legal battle going on over whether Pride can take place legally or not. The latest development is that the Budapest mayor has come forward and said that he is organizing the Pride because he does not need police authorization. German MEP from the Greens, Daniel Freund, said. EU Commissioner for Justice Michael McGraw stated that the Commission is still investigating the law and is prepared to utilize all necessary tools to safeguard European values in this matter. Like and subscribe for more. Thanks.